everyone, it's Suzanne. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to take you with me while I prep some of our material for our upcoming school year. Okay, first I need to take these and cut the edges off. I laminated all these sheets. Now I have about 4 here for a year in the 100-acre wood because there's a lot of sheets with this. It is a full year study. So I am binding them separately. So I need to cut the edges off those. And I did a new cover for the Fairy Lore of the World study because my original one, the color was so off. And I figured out how to fix that. So I reprinted the cover. And this one's for an introduction to African folk tales. And I have a couple that they don't need to be cut, sliced, but they do need to have holes put in them with my Pro Click. All right. All right, so we cut off of the edges. You can go in the garbage. Okay, now I need to take out some of these. I had printed all these off from Core Knowledge website, and I want these spines. So I want to recycle these. I want to use them this year because all I have left are the large ones. So all I have left is the large ones, and they're too large for some of the little studies I'm going to bind. So I'm going to take a few of these I have, and I'm going to take them out of here and put dividers in them and put them in a big one because I don't want to buy any more of the small spines. And I have 100 pack of these, so I have way more of these. That's what I'm going to do next. This is a little study that I bought from Thistles and Biscuits for our study on Greece for geography. This is new. I just purchased this yesterday. It is not shown in any of the other videos, like our curriculum video, for example. It's absolutely beautiful. Thistle and Biscuits. Yeah, they always have wonderful artwork and some fun recipes and activities for the kids and book recommendations and all those great things. Okay, we're done with the Greece study. Now, I've looked at this even closer. These are just really small studies, and they're very affordable. So Thistle and Biscuits also has other countries, so other mini studies if that is of interest to you. Now I'm looking at it and I know I'm going to really get into the book list because I need to fill out this geography and a world study a bit for Greece. So we've already done a lot of Greek mythology, and we're doing ancient Greece this year, but I wanted something that kind of ties into present day Greece. Those cards are finished, and here are the game cards. So that's pretty cool. All right, next I'm going to prep the little owl studies. So these are cards that I bought from Fiddlesticks, and they're really gorgeous. I mean, look at the artwork. I bought these before I bought the owl unit study from Stephanie Hathaway Designs. Okay, so here's Fiddlesticks. Yeah, their information. I just mentioned that because I think it's a little bit of an overkill, but I bought these first, and they're gorgeous, so I'll put them up around. And then I bought this actual study. So I'm going to prep this as well, and I need to cut it out and punch holes, etc. Here are all the Fiddlestick cards. Aren't they lovely? And here are all the Stephanie Hathaway cards. Okay, I did up the History Quest history notebook. So that's the student notebook. And it has a history travelogue for every lesson that you're doing. And then look, I printed it the wrong way. So I did another one during my travels. And this is like the notes the kids can make. And that's all the way through it. And then there's some illustrations and stuff the kids can use in their notes if they want to. And then all the map work I stuck in the back. Yeah. So those are for all the activities that we'll be doing with this as well. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I have 2 studies that I need to print off, and then I need to bind them and everything. So I'm going to go print them now. I am printing off the rock study we're going to be doing after Christmas, and I purchased a new study, so that'll be a surprise. I'm going to print that off. Okay, I wanted to print off Rocks, Minerals, and Gemstones Unit Study by Stephanie Hathaway Designs, but I don't have, I've run out of cardstock, and there's a lot of little pictures of rocks and stones and things that I wanted to print off on cardstock. So I'm going to wait to do that. And unfortunately, I will not get to the office supply store before I finish this video. This is Living Harmonies by Thistle and Biscuit. Living Harmonies is a music study throughout the year. So this is the student workbook. And then also here is the teacher's guide. In term 1, there's an introduction to genres, components of flamingo, an introduction to jazz, an introduction to taarab, and then we have flamingo and jazz fusion. Term 2, we have an introduction to Camelon, Armenian folk music, Hogaku, I'm not sure I'm saying that properly, an introduction to Appalachian music, that'll be fun. Then in term 3, global fusions, we have an introduction to musical theater, cumbia, and Scandinavian folk music. Look at this. And there's tons of links for you to listen to. Look at all the links. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, here's a blank page. I didn't have enough cardstock to do the cards that go with this as well, which is absolutely beautiful. Music is going to be a huge focus this year, so I thought this was a great add-on, and I love that it focuses on different genres, and we can introduce that way of seeing music, and it's not onerous. So this is laid out so you could do 1 lesson a week for the whole school year. So I think that would just be a fun one to add in, and it won't take away from any of the other musical studies I wanted to do, because this is just pure fun, right? Now I just need to hole punch those and line those up. Yeah, I've decided not to laminate them. They're beautiful, and I love the natural feel to them. Now I'm going to pro-click the student workbook. Okay, I'm going to add a back on to these. So that's finished. And let's do that. We have to do this. And do that. You have to put these on in the front. Well, what looks like the front. You do that. And then you flip it over, like that. And so those are ready to go. We have the student workbook, and then we have the teacher's guide. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy we have this. Look at this. The last thing I wanted to share in this video that I'm prepping is all about spelling. Now, I purchased All About Spelling, the extras from somebody on Facebook Marketplace. And yeah, so I was just opened this up to get ready, but they already have this all prepped because they must have used, by the looks of things, they already used level 1. So it's interesting to see what was in the bag. So we have these, which just makes it so much easier. Some extra stickers that they had. Not sure what these are for. She even included all of the little, are they magnetized? No, so you just move them around. I guess she doesn't put magnets on them. However, I purchased this part of All About Spelling online so my daughter can use her tablet to do the exercises instead of using all these little pieces. So I'm just going to keep these in the bag. And if I find that doesn't work for some reason, we have them, which is a bonus. And yeah, just so all the pieces are there. And then the basic phonograms on CD, which is kind of cool. But again, we do have this online, so I'm not sure if we'll use that at all. But it looks like I don't really have to do any prep here. So here is level 3, and it's not opened. But we're not there yet, because if you remember our videos from last year, I put a kibosh and stopped level 1. And I'm going to start that this year. Now, we'll quickly go through level 1, I'm sure, because Vivian is way past that. But for some programs, they suggest that you start wherever the child is at and you do placement tests, that sort of thing. But for All About Spelling, they suggest you start at level 1. And the reason I stopped it last year was it was getting a bit tedious because she knew a lot of the sounds. And I was doing that with something else for reading as well. So it was too much. But we're going to start this year. But I have a feeling we'll fly through level 1. But then we also have level 2 and level 3. So that's fantastic. And I'm glad that I got to pick this up from somebody else because it was cheaper this way. And we'll see what we're going to do once we get to level 3. But my daughter actually would like to start spelling. So yeah. All right, you guys, I'm going to end this video here. Now, I think that was quite a bit for this video. For the next video, I'm going to show you how I plan and schedule the upcoming year. So that's probably the next video. And in upcoming videos, I'm going to share a bunch of the resources that we have per subject and that sort of thing. So if that interests you, please hit like if you like this video. And if you're interested in those upcoming videos, definitely hit subscribe. Okay, I'll see you in another video soon.